All right, folks, this is a Permobil F5 VS. VS stands for vertical standing. So this is one of the few chairs in America that will take a person sitting down and standing straight up, and you'll be able to drive with a chair standing. This power chair has 6 electrical functions. 6 electrical functions. You heard me right. It has the 14-inch seat lift, the electric tilt, the electric recline, the electric legs, the electric tilt. It has also the standing feature, and it also has what's called the interior tilt, where the seat will tilt forward to help you get out. So 6 electrical functions on this power chair. So amazing technology here. So the first thing we're going to show you is the standing feature, because that's what most people want to see on this power chair. So we're going to start with the most advanced feature of this power chair. Now this power chair has got 6 miles, so this is a 2016. It's been sitting in someone's home for 3 years. 6 miles, so it's, as you can see, it's practically new. So if you're going to do the standing features, the first thing you want to do before you stand up, you need to put the knee brace on. And this knee brace is adjustable right here. So this, with turning this knob, you can make the knee brace tighter or looser. Also, very important, if you're going to do the standing feature, you have to have the chest guard right here, which is also, all of this is adjustable. You can have it closer, further, higher, or lower, the chest guard. So the first button on this power chair is not hard to tell. It shows the seat being vertical. So if I hit that button right there, it'll start doing all kinds of motion, but it'll get you there. And notice, when this seat goes up to vertical, these wheels up front are going to go down to the ground. So you'll see as the seat goes up, the wheels will start going down sooner or later here. There goes your wheels. There goes your seat lift. Now you'll hear little noises. That's normal. We're in a 12 by 12 room here. Everything is exaggerated, but everything is perfect with this chair. So the nice thing about this, when you're like this, you can still drive this chair. That's the principle of being standing up. So this is for people who need that standing up feature. This is as far as it'll go, okay? And the chair will still drive with the seat elevated. Of course, it drives at a much reduced speed because the seat is elevated, okay? So you can see the back of the chair with the seat elevated. You can see everything is just nice and clean. And you can see the front of the chair. So the seat is elevated right here. So that's what it would look like with the seat elevated. There we go. This was not snapped. Now it's snapped in. That's not the noise you heard. It snapped in. I didn't have it snapped in. So this is the seat elevated. While we have the seat elevated, let's look at the bottom of the chair so we can see how this is all working. You can see the actuator for the seat lift is right here. You can see the armature on the chair. We have 14-inch wheels here. These are the aggressive tires. The aggressive tires mean the knobs on the tires are bigger. So these are the aggressive tires, just like the back tires are the aggressive tires to meet the front tires, okay? You've got your caster wheels in the back. The front wheel there is only on the ground when the seat is up in the air. Once the seat is back down, it's always going to be off the ground about that far. You can see the suspension here. You have double suspension on this chair. You have suspension for the front, suspension for the back. You get 2 here, you get the same suspension on the opposite side. There's a motor for each wheel. Each wheel has an independent motor. So if I was to push this chair right now, this chair weighs about 435 pounds right now. So it's very hard to push. Plus it's in gear right now. You can see it's not going anywhere. Okay? But there's a lever right here for each motor. If I push the lever down, now you notice how hard it is to move? The reason it's like that, I forgot. You got to turn the power off. So first of all, you wouldn't be pushing this chair with the seat elevated. You want to make sure everything is down, and then you would push it. But now with the power off, let's see if it's better. Look at that, okay? So So this is why I always say, turn the power off, because if you don't, even though you're in neutral, the motor still has electricity in it, okay? So with the power off, you can see how it moves easier. So you have to do both motors. Also, if you're going to transport this chair, there's an anchor point here that you can see very well right now. This is where you would secure it to your van or to your lift to transport this chair, right there. And there's also one right here where my finger is, right under here. So you have two on each side right here, two in the back, two in the front, okay? I'm going to put the chair back in gear. And now I'm going to turn the power back on. So far, we have covered the standing feature. So I'm going to bring the standing feature back down. And while we do that, I'm going to talk about some other features here. This is called a swing away joystick. Okay? So you can swing away the joystick from the front to the side. If you're right-handed, it's already set for the right side. If you're left-handed, we can transfer your joystick to the left side with no problem at all. All these joysticks can go from right to left. Okay? So this is your seat. Just by holding the button down, it's almost all the way down. Alright, so we're back to normal. So now we're back to standard. So now you would take your knee brace off. You would take your chest guard off, these two pieces. Now, the next feature I'm going to show you is called the Cclip, the 14-inch Cclip. Only the F5s and the M5 have the 14-inch Cclip. So now we're going to do the 14-inch Cclip. So this Cclip, when you start at the bottom, you're going to be roughly at 22 inches. So 14 and 22, you'll be a total height of 36 inches. The nice thing about these chairs, even with the seat elevated at 36 inches right here, you can still drive this chair at a reduced speed, okay? You can still drive it. I guess I could go forward with it, but you can see how you can still drive it, which is nice. I'll just put it back here. So this is your 14-inch Cclip right there. We already covered the base, so I don't need to go over that again. So that's your 14-inch Cclip, and you can still drive the chair with the Cclip. As I mentioned earlier, you do have a swing away joystick on the right side. So if you're left-handed, we can take that joystick and put it on the left side with no problems at all. That's your 14-inch Cclip. Seat's all the way down. The next feature I'm going to show is called the electric tilt. The electric tilt is when the bottom right here goes back. When the bottom goes back, of course, it's going to take the legs and it's going to take the back together. That's called the electric tilt right here. So that's the full tilt. The next thing I'm going to do are the legs. These are electric legs. So if you're 5 feet tall or 6'2", we can adjust these by moving these plates forward or back. So if you needed some good circulation, this would be extreme, but you can see how much circulation you can get there. But if I bring this seat back down, a lot of buttons on here. I got to look at these buttons, like 7 buttons there. If you don't pay attention, you'll be doing something else. So I'm going to bring the seat back down. So right here, you still have circulation, okay? So I'm going to bring the tilt all the way down. I'm going to leave the legs up, bring the seat back down flat. And the last feature, not the last feature, but next to the last feature is called the electric recline. The electric recline is just the back right here, going back by itself. You can see it going back. So if you're going to lay in your chair and take a nap or relax, this is called the electric recline. So that's what it would look like if you're fully reclined. Actually, you're pretty much flat on that one, okay? So I'll bring the recline back up. I'm going to bring the legs back down in a second. So this chair, as I said, Has 6 miles on it. It's got the aggressive tires front and back. So if you go outside in the yard, the tires are a little bit bigger, a little more aggressive. They're non-skid tires, so they will not skid on your floor. They will not leave any mark on your floor in your house. I'm going to bring the legs back down. So when you're outside, make sure you leave your legs out a little bit, give you more room, because you don't want to be going out there and hitting a curb with these legs and jamming the electric seat, the electric legs. That would be very, very costly. You do not want, so leave the legs out like that when you're outside. Gives you more room under your feet, okay? Now the last feature, we've covered 5 of them so far, is called the interior tilt, when the seat tilts forward, okay? So now we're going to do what's called the interior tilt. So you can see it right there. So if you look at your seat right now, you've got about a 10-15% incline going down. This should be right here, it's all the way up to here. So it's your tilt, okay? Some people, what they'll do is they'll raise the seat up in the air. Let me raise it up a little bit more. And that noise right there, that's just a spring under there. There's a spring that opens and shuts. So when they put the legs in, they shut the foot plate, they're higher and it's easier to get out. So if you're going to do that, you can raise the seat like that and put it all the way back down. And then bring the tilt back, the interior tilt back down to flat. Okay, and bring the legs in a little bit. So as I said, these chairs are marvelous chairs. Let's turn the chair around so you can see the front. So this is a Rogo cushion, the most expensive cushion you can get. It's an air cushion, so you can put air in this cushion with the valve, or they have a little pump that pumps air in the valve. You can adjust the pressure on this cushion. This is a 18 by 18 cushion. If this seat is too small or too big, let us know. We can size up these seats. We can size up everything on this chair, okay? You do have a safety belt. You have arms that flip up on both sides. You've also got under this arm right here a USB port. So if you need to charge your phone, this is where you would plug it right there. There's a USB port on this chair, okay? When you turn this chair in a circle, this is what it looks like. In the back of the chair, you've got a headrest that's fully adjustable. You can adjust this headrest in any position you want. You can actually take it off if you want to. You've got a hook here if you want to hang a backpack back here. You've got hooks for it. Right here we have a power button, and I'm going to turn it off. There's no power in the chair right now. So when you get your power chair, the first thing you do, there'll be a note here, but turn your power on right here. That'll turn the power for the chair, okay? These cylinders right here, they adjust the tilt of the arm. So if I turn the cylinder like this, that arm will go up, will tilt or go down depending how you want the arm tilted. This is for the right and this would be for the left side. Okay, let's talk about the charging. When you charge this chair, you will take your Permobil charger, plug it right here, and as soon as the light goes to full, the charger will stop charging. So these Permobil chargers are very smart. They know when to stop charging. So, this Permobil has 2 batteries, and they come out from the back. This will give you about 14 miles on a battery charge. That all depends what kind of surface you're on. If it's flat, uphill through the grass, the weight of the user, so your mileage, you may get more, you might get less. It depends how you use the chair. Okay? So let's recap. This is the Permobil F5 VS for vertical standing. 6 electrical functions on this chair. The main one is what most people are looking for that need this chair is the vertical standing. You stand straight up in the air. That's your main one. Then you've got the 14-inch Cclip. You've got the electric tilt. You've got the electric recline. You've got the electric legs. And you've got what's called the interior tilt that tilts you forward. 6 electrical functions. This chair has 6 miles. Kind of rhymes together. 6 miles. 2016 model. Brand new condition. Safety belt. Roho cushion. Swing away joystick. Adjustable headrest. Bag hooks in the back. Aggressive tires, Fast chair, 7.5 miles an hour this chair will go. Very nice chair. Just watch the video outside, you'll be very impressed. And it's ready to go. I'm going to elevate the seat. So this is the F5. This is the one with 6 electrical function. This is with the seat elevated by 14 inches to 36 inches. 7.4 miles an hour. This is a really fast chair. 7.4 is when it registered. Smooth as all get out. No problem in the grass. I mean, it's just no issues at all in the grass. Just a fantastic power chair. Fully loaded. 6 miles on this power chair. So if you're looking for a standing power chair, this is the one.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex.
We are a family-owned business for over 25 years.
We have many products available, not just what you see in this video. If you would like to learn more, you can call the number below at 800-677-6293, or you can visit us directly at www.marcsmobility.com.